up, 18 Insiders? She is an entrepreneur and she dresses the tresses of some of your favorite stars. I'm talking to none other than Miss Monique Rodriguez. And guess what? You guys, you're looking at her shimmer, right? I was like, your dress is beautiful. Guess what? She has a clothing line coming out. She started it about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And so let's just get started.
Yeah.
So you are, an entrepreneur. How long have you been in this game? You were talking to me off camera about doing some of the hair and having some of the hair products on some of our favorite celebrities.
Yeah, so I started my company 4 years ago, so it hasn't been that long. And granted, I don't have any business experience. I was a registered nurse, but I had a dream and I had a passion for hair and beauty. So I decided to step out on faith, trust God, and follow my passion and start a hair care company. Started on social media. Just started posting about different concoctions that I would make at home, just educating women on how to grow their hair, how to take care of their hair, how to have healthy hair, because I feel that it's important and it's lacking in our community. Like, you know, the myth is that black hair can't grow. And I'm living proof that it can grow if you take care of it, if you nourish it, you know. So I just wanted to put that education out there. And plus, with me being a nurse, I understand how the body works. I understand like what ingredients you should use, what you shouldn't use. And our company just blew up. We had a lot of celebrity influencers that were promoting our brand because they genuinely love the brand, not just because here's a product, you know, let me just have you post it, but because I want people that embrace what I'm doing, because it's hard work. You know, it's a lot that goes into the research of the ingredients and making sure that the products actually work. And I think it's great to put it out there that these are products made by a woman for women. You know, before I started this company, I would go in the aisles and see all these different products, but they were not made by people that look like me. So how can you understand my hair needs and my wants? So I wanted to bridge that gap.
It's almost impossible these days to make that connection between celebrity and someone who is still trying to get to them. How did you get in touch with people to not just promote your brand, but people who genuinely cared about it? How did you get in touch? How did you make that connection?
Number one, I'm from Chicago, so I have the hustle in me. And getting out there networking. The first celebrity that I met and networked with was Rasheeda. And Rasheeda still supports my brand till this day. I met her when I first started at a networking event. And, you know, me being kind of shy, kind of introverted, I was like, you know, I'm just going to go for it. I raised my hand, asked the questions, and threw in my product plug at the same time. And I was like, I know you have natural hair, so, you know, why don't you try this mint almond oil? And found her after the event, and I was like, hey, can I send you some oil? Connected with her. And like I said, we still have a relationship to this day. So it's not just about giving your product to a celebrity, but it's about building a relationship, because when they talk about your brand, you want them to talk about it with authenticity, right? You know, it's because now these days you can tell when people are fake, and I don't want anybody fake promoting my brand. So I want you to try it first. Once you love it, then we can talk about it.
What do you think sets your brand apart? We're in Atlanta, Georgia, where everyone's an entrepreneur. Everyone has their own product, and that includes hair care products. That includes dresses, outfits. What sets your brand apart?
What sets my brand apart is the experience. You know, I'm big on experience. When we ship you a product, it's not coming in a post office box. It's coming in a pretty pink box with pink confetti, so it feels like you're gifted with a product. And when you go to our shows, our trade shows, we do a lot of shows, and we do a lot of shows here in Atlanta, and you come to our shows and it's about the experience. You get to smell, you get to touch and feel the products, and plus we use natural and organic ingredients. And another thing that sets us apart is me. Nobody can beat me at being me, right? You know, no one can give the education that I give. No one can be authentic and talk about their passion like I can. So I'm also the one that sets me apart.
Now, you're making your trips to Atlanta. You're doing a lot of trips to Atlanta, right?
Yes.
So when are you going to be moving here? Is that the next step for you and your company? Because you're here a lot.
Yeah, so the next step, I would love to have an apartment or a condo here. I mean, I love it here. I would love to live here. But I do have a lot back in Chicago. You know, I was born and raised in Chicago. My family, my support system is there, even though they will move here too. So just going to take baby steps. So I think starting with like a condo, something small, and just building my way up to something bigger.
What do you love about Atlanta so much? Because obviously this is, it's like the black celeb capital of the world, if you will. So what do you notice that's different from like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City.
Yeah, one of the key things that sticks out to me is that it's Black people here that support each other. And you don't find that too often. But when I come here, I always feel like loved. I feel the support. Actually, Atlanta is where I built up my brand. I came here so much to build up Mielle that people in Chicago thought that I lived in Atlanta. And I still get it to this day. They're like, oh, I thought you were from Atlanta. I'm like, no, I don't live in Atlanta. So I'm like, I guess it's like my second home, sort of, because people automatically assume that I'm from here.
So what would be your top 2 or top 3 suggestions for someone who is looking to get out there? Again, I told you there are lots of entrepreneurs here in my hometown. What are your top 3 suggestions to start their business?
So my top 3, I have a lot.
Or there's a couple, just like the big ones that jump out.
So I would say definitely, first and foremost, like commit your plan to God. Like write it out. Say, pray to him and make it plain to him, because he's the one that's going to bless everything. As long as you keep him first, everything is going to fall into place. Secondly, I would say follow your own path. You know, your journey is not someone else's journey, and it's so easy to compare yourself, especially with social media, to see someone with 1 million followers and say, I want to be just like her, but you don't know that person's journey and their path to success. Everybody has a story, and you don't know what their story is, and everybody's story is different, so you can't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 300. So run your race, stay focused, have tunnel vision. It's okay to be aware of your competition, but not be bothered by your competition. A smart business person is aware, but a dumb business person is bothered, because it's going to take you off focus. It's going to distract you. You just have to stay focused on you, because we all have our gifts and talents, right? And it's for us to figure out what those gifts and talents are and use them to the best of our abilities.
Dropping gems this morning. And one of my final questions for you. I told you when you came here, I said, oh my goodness, this dress is gorgeous. So,
Thank you.
And then you tell me that you have a line that you started 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I started this clothing line 2 weeks ago on my birthday. So a funny thing is, me and my daughters, we share the same birthday. We all have the same birthday.
Okay.
So
wow.
When I was younger, I used to draw, so I used to sketch up stuff. My mom sews. So we decided to come together and use my skills of drawing. So I would sketch up like different designs, and she'll sew it and make it. And I decided to call the brand 1015 because obviously she gave birth on that day, and then I gave birth twice on that day. So the name is special to me. And also it's giving me a chance to use my platform to help my mom use her gift, because she's raised me, and you know, my mom sacrificed so much. She put her dream to the side to raise me and my brother. So now to be able to have this platform to help her use her gift, now she's retired and she can do something that she loves.
That is absolutely beautiful, Monique.
Thank you.
Twice?
Yes.
What are the odds? Oh my goodness.
It's like 1 in 2 billion or something like that.
Oh, so you Googled this?
Yeah, I did.
You were like,
I was like, okay, the second time it happened, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So,
oh my gosh. So what's next for you? I mean, clearly you have a successful hair care line. I feel like you've almost reached the peak of it, but I'm sure you're like, I'm just getting started.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just getting started. And I was just listening to Joel Osteen, actually, and it talked about, like, once you feel like you've reached a level, like, you'll be surprised that God has so much in store. Like, we can't get comfortable. You want to be happy and content in each stage of your life that you're in, but always just reach for the stars, because God has so much in store for us. And I do believe, like, I'm just getting started. It's so much more that I haven't tapped into.
You go, Monique. Tell our viewers, our A-Scene Insiders, where they can find your product and how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, so you can follow us on social media, obviously, at Mielle Organics. My personal is Exquisite Mo 1015 Designs, and you can find Mielle in Target, Sally's, CVS, Walmart, Rite Aid, Kroger, beauty supply stores, all over.
Oh, Mielle Organics, just getting started. Thank you so much for this
Thank
amazing interview, Monique, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Just getting started, y'all.
Yes, stay tuned.